Western Cape Police have reinforced deployments at several townships on the Cape Flats after several incidents of burglaries, looting of grocery stores and public violence. Newzroom Africa's Athi Mthongana joins us live from Gatesville, where several suspects stormed a supermarket yesterday. Athi, good morning. Just take us through what happened at the Shoprite supermarket yesterday.
All right, a very good morning to you, Mpho. And as I talk you through what happened here at the Shoprite supermarket in Gatesville. Now, Gatesville is a community between Athlone and Manenberg. Remember, last night we were in Manenberg, one of the most dangerous gang-infested communities in Cape Town, where several suspects there robbed the shop owners at gunpoint. Now, this particular supermarket in Gatesville as well was also a victim to such burglary. We know that suspects here stormed the Shoprite supermarket and made off with an undisclosed amount of money as well as some groceries. Now, Mpho, if you may recall, during the beginning stages of the lockdown, we saw several reports of shops that were looted, particularly liquor stores. But now, as the lockdown has been extended, we're seeing that the suspects are not only looking for alcohol, but they're now looking for groceries as well. I'm going to briefly move out of shot so my colleague can show you that this particular Shoprite was, as I mentioned, victim to suspects who stormed it. About 16 in total stormed it, and of course they tried to threaten the security guards as well as the cashiers, and they took off with an undisclosed amount of money. About 4 suspects were arrested by Athlone police, aged between 21 and 24. So these are very young males who are involved in these incidents. And just speaking to some of the residents here, Mpho, who are telling us that they may know some of them because some of them are allegedly from some of the local gangs here in Cape Town. And so police have really had their hands full trying to control most of these incidents which have been happening throughout Cape Town.
Have you observed any reinforced security measures there following that robbery?
For sure, we have. In fact, a police vehicle just took off right now. We saw 2 police officers just walking around and asking residents questions and just trying to make sure that, of course, they are seen to be on the ground, because there's so many of these incidents that have been happening throughout Cape Town. Like I mentioned to you before, we were in Manenberg last night where a similar incident took place. We know here about 4 suspects were arrested for, of course, stealing money as well as groceries. And I need to repeat this again, Mpho. These suspects are no longer looking for alcohol, which we all know has been banned during the lockdown extension. They are now targeting supermarkets for food. We know that in Manenberg there are several wholesalers as well that have been closed as a result of fears of this continuing as the lockdown has been extended. And so just speaking to the residents again, they were just telling us that these suspects are very well known to the communities. They are gang members, and police have at least arrested 4 who were involved in this one in Gatesville, who are aged between 21 and 24. And then in Mitchell's Plain, Mpho, you had there several residents arrested following unrest that took place there. Residents who said they were allegedly promised food parcels to be distributed to them, took to the streets in protest. And we know that suspects there aged between 16, 18 and 21 were arrested by the police. So police really will be patrolling all these communities, all these townships in the Cape Flats to try and monitor the situation, because it is, of course, a time where a lot of South Africans are not able to put food on the table.